Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. You find a new QAnon podcast here. 안녕하세요, 여러분. 제 방송에 오신 것을 환영합니다. 자, 그러면 이제 Final 16 이어서 해보도록 하죠. Final Fantasy 16. 큰 팔을 또 해야 돼? Really? I mean, if that is what you want, I can't say a thing about that, but interesting, isn't it? 이거 킬 때마다 다 해야 되는 거였어요? 이 로딩이 끝나고 녹화 시작하는 게 나을까나, 앞으로는? 어, 후호. 그러니까 최근 유행곡 아파트 말고는 들어본 적이 없네. 다시 멜론 차트 그런 것도 검색해봐야 되나? 라라라라라. 야, 진짜 이거 진짜 매번 킬 때마다 이 쇼를 해야 되는 거였어? 그렇구나. 음, 할로윈은 끝났고, 블랙 프라이데이는 다가오고 있고, 나 돈이 없다? 음, 어디 봅시다. 이거를 또 기다리면서 79% 80. 이번 파판 세계관에서는 참으로 신기하지. 진짜 속성이라는 거가 그렇게 크게 영향을 주는 것 같지 않다고 해야 되나? 네, 자, 그러면, 그러고 보니까 저 DLC 어떻게 하는 방법이 있었는데 까먹었다. 뭐, 제외한 다음부터 할 수 있다 그랬었는데, 랄라. 로디 진짜 길다. 음. 야, 로디 생각보다 진짜 더럽게 길다. 진짜, 진짜, 진짜. Look, sir, ladies and gentlemen, could you please speed it up for me? 음. 드디어 그 이상한 용 잡아서 7레벨 50짜리. 그 여기서는 크리스탈이 없어지는 게 더 나은 거잖아. 나은 건지 아닌지는 주관적인 것이고 상대적인 것이지 어쨌든 없애는 걸 목표로 하고 있잖아.
The Akashic attacked us out of the blue, and there's no telling when they might be back. Better keep that sword handy, Sid.
But all our beds are taken.
Martha, it's good to see you.
And you, Clive. Jill?
Otto said you'd been attacked by Akashic. What exactly happened here?
Those skies are what happened. Not long after they fell dark, we had our first visit. There were hundreds of them. Tried to storm the hill. Only a handful made it up here, but that was more than enough. The rest are still down there now. And while we have a few willing fighters holding them back, they're sorely outnumbered.
What do you think, Clive?
That we join the fight?
I thought you'd never offer. Now, where I need you is the Fallen Gate. That's where the fighting is fiercest. Let the men know you come to help. Something tells me they'll be pleased to see you.
We're on our way.
Do you think there were as many as Martha says?
More.
More. I need more. I mean, come on, dominance.
You don't think they've abandoned us, do you?
Them not. Not a chance.
Who cares?
Clive, wounded.
We deal with the Akashic first.
좋아요. Ta-da! Yep.
These men don't have the look of hired swords.
If you've come to rob this place,
You are mistaken, my Lord Rosfield. We're here by Madame Martha's leave.
how do you know my name?
Forgive me, my lord. There wasn't time for introductions. We're with the Guardians of the Flame.
Wade's men? But how did you come to be here? Where is your commander?
Sir Wade left earlier with a scouting party to find out where the Akashic were coming from.
Did he? Take your wounded back to the inn. Martha will see you're looked after. We'll join you anon.
Mm-hmm.
And to think you took them for thieves. A fine reward for holding off the horde, that is.
When did Wade and his men arrive?
Not long after Rosalith fell, the Guardians asked me to shelter some of them that had lost their homes. They were making ready to leave just as the skies turned, and we agreed it was best we stuck together.
Arthur! Trouble! The scouting party's almost at the lift, but they got a pack of Akashic snapping at their heels! And they got wounded with them! They're not gonna make it!
Damn it all.
갑시다.
We'll welcome
도와주러.
them, Martha.
You look after everyone here. If any can still fight, send them to the lift.
I will. You two be safe now.
Ba, 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 ba.
뭐해?
아, 너 음악 파니?
How do? Much obliged. Thanks very much. There you go. Thanks very much. Take care out there, eh?
오케이.
Mad dogs. The lot of them.
Squire, I need you to get those who can still walk up the lift to Martha's. But what about... I didn't ask, Oscar. Sir,
Sir Wade!
Lord Rosfield, if you aren't a sight for sore eyes.
Martha seemed to think you might need some help. And by the looks of it,
We thought we could sneak by them, but we didn't know there would be so many. How could we have?
Behind you!
Damn it! We need to get the injured to safety.
Do you think we can hold them off?
we can certainly try.
Yeah.
Are you with us, Sir Wade?
Always.
Then let's do our duty.
뭐야? 아, 그러셔요? 뭐야? 아! 됐어요? 네.
Is anyone hurt?
I don't think so.
And yet again, you've pulled me from the flames. It's just a pity I keep walking into them.
You've never been one to shy away from danger, Sir Wade. Like any shield worthy of the name.
I see you're all in one piece.
Martha!
Is something wrong?
The lookout saw smoke coming from down Eastpool way. Too thick to be a hearth.
A second horde.
Feel like finishing the job.
Always.
Jill and I will make for Eastpool. You'll need to move the injured without us.
Don't you worry about them.
The moment my men are safe, I'll follow. Good luck.
기억의 상인 하나라 뭐 그래요.
Fiends try to climb the walls here, too. Founder knows where they're gonna show their ugly faces next.
They're headed for the rest.
We have to slow them down. Martha and the others won't be ready.
방금 맞을 뻔했네. 분명히 초코보가 잘 변하지 않는다 그랬었는데. 잘 변하지 않은 거지 아예 안 변한다고 안 했으니까. 왜 이렇게 끝나?
He's coming.
Apologies, my lord. Did I miss anything?
Only the first round, Sir Wade. Shall we? The main blades!
아 이거 그거구나. 오. 타이틀하면 스톤필러 1옵션이 더 어울리지 않냐 저거는? 와 맞을 뻔.
Do you see any more?
No. I think that was the last of them.
But it won't be long before the next lot arrive.
Then we make for Martha's while we can.
What did you find out there?
The same as Sir Wade. Scores of Akashic.
Well, wherever they came from, they're gone now. Our lookouts say the lowlands are clear. Hopefully we'll have enough time to lick our wounds.
How many of your men were injured?
A damn sight less than if you hadn't turned up. Thank you.
It was a hard-fought victory. But as long as the skies remain dark, I fear the Akashic's numbers are only going to rise. It's not a matter of if the Horde will be back, but when. And whether that's sooner or later, we'll need to be ready. The inn here affords a good view of the land, and is easily defendable. I'd like to make this one of our outposts.
What do you say, Martha? You'd have more men to guard the rest.
Well, when you put it like that, of course they can stay.
뭐야 이게?
My lord, there's someone I'd like you to meet. Oscar, over here.
It is an honor to make your acquaintance, Lord Rossfield. I am Oscar. Oscar of House Murdoch.
Murdoch. I wasn't aware the Lord Commander had children.
Oh, he didn't. But his brother, my father, did.
아
Sir Rodney's nephew.
조카야?
Well, go on then. It's not for me to ask him.
Yes, Sir Wade. If it please you, my Lord Marquis, might you take me as your squire?
오
I would
스쿼드.
learn the duties of a shield from the finest.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, Oscar, but I'm a shield no longer. Nor was I ever the finest. And spending time in the company of an outlaw hardly seems a fitting education for one aspiring to take his oaths.
My Aunt Hannah once told me that a man is not defined by his title, but what he does in its name. You have accomplished much
타이틀이 아니라 뭘 하든지 그래.
winning no little honor in so doing. And I would sooner serve under an honorable outlaw than an unworthy shield. Not that Sir Wade and the other guardians are... I mean to say that, they're...
It's all right. We know what you mean. There is only so much the boy can learn from me, my lord.
But a squire?
Would that really be so bad? You were a squire once. And I'm certain Sir Rodney would approve.
Know that I'll show you as much leniency as your uncle showed me.
I would not have it any other way.
Well said, my dear. 노래 수집이나 합시다. 와우, 목이 갑자기 또 찡하고 아프네. 아이고야.
Well met.
이것도 다 살 돈은 없구나.
Many thanks.
근데 뭐 팔 수도
Well
있니?
met.
야, 아무래도 판 가격이 저거는 너무 하지 않니? 정확한 세피고 정밀한 세피라.
Many thanks.
오케이. 동남 쪽이야, 남동 쪽이야. 이거 뭐 어떻게 이거 이스트랑 웨스트 중에 뭘 먼저 말해야 되는지 잘 모르겠지만
Fucking thieving bastards.
My shop. Why would anyone?
If I had my pickaxe, I would. Oh, my finest pieces. All that hard work.
Are you looking for something in particular? My thanks. Here you are. An excellent choice. Here you are.
오,
My thanks. An excellent choice. Go with Gilbert.
후.
Mummy, I'm scared.
도적을 잡으러 갑시다. 도적은 다 죽여야지.
Bastard. Couldn't run because of the weight of his load. Still, better abrupt.
Sid, your new companion appears much more formidable than your uncle. Should I be worried?
You haven't been introduced.
Jill, Clive has told me much about you.
All lies, I'm sure.
Your Stolas said that Dalamil has a bandit
No
problem.
lies, huh?
Indeed. Although you're a little late. They left with our food and guild days ago.
Any idea where they went?
The desert's a big place. Your guess is as good as mine. But the fact is, I have more immediate concerns.
What did you say to me? What did you say?
Ah, as if by magic. Let's just say we've yet to reach a consensus about how to solve Dalimil's little problem. And at this rate, it won't be the actions of the bandits which prove to be our undoing. It will be our own. Now, I've tried reasoning with the dissenting parties, but even the Desert Hare has limits.
Perhaps we could talk to them.
What makes you think they'll listen to us?
What makes you think they won't?
She makes a fair point, Sid. And you won't have wasted much of your precious time if you fail. They're just across the courtyard.
Suppose we just follow the shouting.
You wouldn't talk like that if it had been your men whose throats were slit.
Blood for blood, it's the only way. We hire mercenaries and have them mount the bandits' heads on our walls as a lesson to the rest.
And what happens when those mercenaries are slaughtered like your men? Are you going to hire more? We're better off using that coin to buy food and supplies. If we hire mercenaries, the only thing we're buying is the bandits' ire. And you cannot fill empty bellies with that. Do you hear me?
But what happens when they come back? Maybe it'll be your throat that's slit.
That's enough.
원래 테러리스트랑 협상하는 거 아니야.
Any more of this and I'll throw you out myself. Come back when you're ready to talk like adults.
Victor. What's he doing here?
쉬운 먹이가 아니라는 걸 보여줘야지. 먹이도 그냥 니들도 이제 죽을 거라는 걸.
Sid. And Lady Jill. What brings you here?
I was about to ask you the same thing.
Costness is in chaos, and the markets have all but ceased to operate. The Briar's Kiss here in Dalamil is the only place I can reliably obtain supplies. I was here to do just that when Master Lubor told me of his troubles. He thought I might be able to talk some sense into these fools. But if you're here, I suppose his patience must be waning.
Who are those people?
Those were the thorns in Lubor's side. And the reason this place might be headed the same way as Costness. It's these accursed skies. The darkness is enough to drive a man to madness. Or an entire city, for that matter.
We're still working on the skies. But in the meantime, perhaps we can find a solution to Dalamil's problems.
I hope so. For all our sakes.
따따따.
So,
쉽게 못 쳐들어오게 해놔야지.
what I saw was a room full of people who were angry and afraid. And with good reason by the sound of it. But if left to smolder, that anger and fear could set the entire town alight.
My thoughts exactly. What to do? Both sides wish to protect their homes and livelihoods, if only they could agree on how. But as long as they are divided, we are vulnerable.
And if there's one thing bandits like, it's an easy target.
What would Sid the Outlaw suggest?
May? Are you asking my opinion right now?
If it were my namesake,
내가 고를 수 있어?
he'd let them choose for themselves. And be on hand to pick up the pieces when it all went wrong.
못 고르네.
That sounds like a recipe for disaster.
A recipe for disaster is precisely what it is. But perhaps that realization would be enough to make them question the ingredients. While it's plain neither Conrad nor Natalie will countenance the other's proposal.
각자 하게 만들고 이게 끔찍하니까 뭐가 잘못된 게 아닐까라고 깨닫게 만들자고. 내가 그런 거 많이 해봤거든. 근데 참 잘 먹힐 때도 있고 안 먹힐 때도 있고 그렇긴 한데 대부분 안 먹히더라고.
To pool our resources and save the city ourselves. Why fight each other
when all that fear and anger can be directed at the bandits?
It appears we have a plan of action.
자기 스스로 지킬 수 있게.
See if you can't convince him of his folly. I'll speak with Natalie.
As you wish.
Your faces are not well known in this town. That may prove useful. Don't worry, Victor and I will do most of the talking. You need only play along.
Play along?
What he means to say is yes.
Picture Picture it, Conrad. You're all... Ah, here she is. The Lady of the Spear herself. Conrad, may I introduce you to Jane, commander of the Red Wings, the oldest mercenary guild in the Free State.
확실히 고기를 잡는 법을 가르쳐주는 게 더 나을 수 있지.
The pleasure is all mine.
As I told you, I summoned the commander here from Canberra to inquire about a contract.
Victor says you told him no. That there aren't any men left to hire. Is that true?
True as the crystals cracked. Nobles came and claimed every last one worth his salt. And not just from us Red Wings. You know of the 7 high houses. There must be 2 swords assigned each one. Granted, we have a few boys left. If it's boys you're looking for.
Well, Conrad, are you saying that Dalamil's finest cannot defend this town better than a gaggle of unblooded striplings? That a band of beardless youths could better avenge the deaths of your brave men than you yourselves?
Absolutely not. We'll show those bastards who they're dealing with.
I can't believe it actually worked.
Conrad's not what you call the brightest candle in the crypt. And there's a reason why I had you do the talking and not Sid.
Not the brightest,
Well,
okay.
lady.
Then let us band together and show these brutes that Dalamil is not to be trifled with.
I wonder if Conrad has the right of it. We always...
안 그럼 죽는 거지. 실패하면 떠나든지 죽든지.
If you're wondering why Dalamil's in such a sorry state, you can blame the bandits.
참 세상은 간단해.
Possible to buy something. Ah, here he is now. Natalie, allow me to introduce Lord Underhill of Randalar's
역할이 바뀐 거 아니야?
League of Merchants.
Lord Underhill. At your service.
Underhill.
I was just telling the good lady of our conversation, my lord, and how you were lamenting the state of the capital's stores.
Lubor says that not only are the granaries almost empty, but that war and the blight mean this season's harvest won't be enough to fill them for winter.
Indeed, certainly that is the case. The nobles in the capital are buying up the city's stocks of barley and wine, driving the prices higher than most commoners can afford. It is only a matter of time before the peasants revolt.
It is worse than I thought. If what Lord Underhill says is true, I fear we have little hope of supplementing our stores, meager though they regrettably are. And while I applaud your endeavors to dissuade our more bellicose citizens from seeking vengeance, I sense Conrad is not wrong in his assessment of the bandits' likely return. Which means that now, more than ever, we will need to secure what little we still have. Food, weapons, herbs, everything. If our humble town is to endure not only this hardship, but those that are certain to follow, we must stand united.
All right. If it will help to protect my home, I'll do it. But you needn't have gone through this charade.
Thank you, Clive. Your performance was nothing if not workmanlike.
She saw right through it.
I didn't say it was good.
나 진짜
Merely that it produced the desired effect. Now, my scouts should be returning shortly. Meet me back at the Briar's Kiss, and we shall see what we face.
하하.
Style roles in this ruse were entirely necessary.
Appears I have no choice but to do whatever I can to defend.
Conrad seemed quite taken with you.
But I
There's truly no chance for us to restock our supplies.
need a plan.
That's it then.
shop.
Where the bandits hunt. Let's hunt them down. Hunts?
Both Conrad
Well,
and
I will
Clea
hunt
somewhat
them.
gracefully accepted their
So I
defeat.
will hunt them down.
With time,
We will
they may
hunt
even
them,
learn to-
huh?
Time no longer appears to be the luxury it was before lunch.
I take it your scouts found the bandits.
Technically, it would be the bandits who found my scouts. It appears they march for Dalamil as we speak. All of them.
You're not serious.
They don't just want food, they want the whole damn town.
I have a favor to ask. I'm told the bandits march in two groups, one from the south and one from the desert, in a move doubtless intended to stretch our already gossamer thin defenses.
Very well. Jill and I will meet those from the desert. But what of the rest?
The rest, my friend, the city shall fight. Together. The stakes, I concede, are high. But if this does not unite Dalamil, nothing will.
That is a lot of faith to put into those who had their hands around each other's throats but a moment ago.
Then it will be for us to see that their hands are kept occupied. And I do mean us.
I thought you might say that.
We'll hold them off for as long as we can.
And we will do the same.
Okay.
The women folk have come to bug.
I'll take that one.
He's all yours.
They mean to overwhelm us.
어쩌냐, 네 동료 다 죽었는데. 군진을 이렇게 대기해서 할 수 있다니. 와봐. 이 열려있는 곳에서 군진 폭발이 가능한지 아닌지 한번 알아봐야겠다. 난 모르니까 말이야. 뭐 술탄이야? 술탄이라고? 근데 왜 도시 하나 점령하려고 그래? 너 무슨 뭐 경쟁에서 졌니? 술탄? 지도자가 왜 이래? 그냥 별명일 뿐인가? 아, 안 맞아요, 판장이? 그래요. 아이고야. 오리야!
townspeople. Could they have held out?
I don't hear any fighting. What do you think?
That we should hurry.
뭐야?
Natalie, I owe you an apology. You did well out there. The inn would have been lost had you not held the line.
Without you, there would have been no line to hold. You saved us, Conrad. You saved Alamil.
We all saved Dalimil.
Conrad seems to have had a change of heart.
I'd say they both have.
I take it from your presence that our visitors from the desert won't be joining us either. Pity.
The plan worked, Sid. Granted, it only took an army of bloodthirsty bandits at our gate.
Calm now, Victor. Why quibble over the details? We are united, and that is all that matters. As for you, Sid, you fight considerably better than you act.
I'll take that as a compliment.
I mean, of course. I mean, he can act. But no, that doesn't matter. It could be useful and important. Yeah. But nah, that is not this character's main feature, if I dare to say. 뭐야, 저기 뭐 상품 없어? 가보긴 해야겠네. 있어도 지금 살 수 있는 돈이 없지만 말이야. 구경이나 하러 가야지.
Taking you all to a storehouse in the Bales. Leave anything you don't.
아, 씨, 아파.
We haven't much, but you're free to look.
하나가 있구나.
Keep fighting the good fight.
Yeah, that is my intention.
First we find Isabel.
Heard a bloke saying he saw ghosts on the far side of the wall.
I saw it with my own eyes. The whole of Oriflame under a flood.
Then we're next.
I can't do it. I can't. But you can. You must.
Oh.
Lord, milady.
We received the dame's message. There have been sightings of strange creatures, I understand.
With the blue eyes. Yes.
사람도?
Like a Kashik, but different. They've taken so many. I've lost count.
Akashic, but different.
Ultimus thralls. And what of your mistress? Is she here?
Oh, no. She went to the garrison to ask what they were planning on doing about all this.
Then we'll look for her there.
All left for more on the captain's orders.
Don't leave me, Pa.
Madame, please!
Half the garrison's been slaughtered by those things. We lost the captain this very morning.
We've tried requesting reinforcements, but there's been no word from the capital or the Dominion in days! What more would you have us do?
I would have you do your duty. Those at the Vale look to me for protection.
and protect them I shall, because they are my charges and that is my duty. In case you have forgotten, the people of this town are your charges. But more than that, they are your people. Your sisters, your brothers, your lovers. So you have a choice. Lay down your sword and watch as they are slaughtered, or take it up and do what is right.
It's the truth, you know. This here, it's all we have. It's all that's left.
What we have left is our lives. Do you really want us to lose them as well?
Not if we don't have to. Look, there's a cask under the captain's bunk. Let's talk about this over a drink, eh?
I'm listening.
I'll have a word with him.
나 또 긁고 있어. 한장.
Ah, Clive. Didn't expect help to arrive so quickly. And sought to take matters into my own hands.
It was a noble effort, but I thought you might still need some support.
How like you to consider my needs.
What we need to consider is where the creatures came from.
The way the survivors speak of them, one would think they appeared out of thin air. And perhaps they did. It's hard to know what to believe these days.
We'll talk to the survivors. You're a pikeman, yes? What happened?
I've got family in Moor. I heard the flood was spreading, so I went to see if they were all right. And a pack of them glowing things found me in the meadow. I ran for my life. I never did get to the village.
Leave that to us.
But my family, they're still in the capital.
I'm sorry, darling. I truly am.
Slowly.
Give me your arm.
몬스터를 물리치러 갑시다.
The creatures that attacked you.
Creatures? Yeah, they came out of nowhere. They went for Joseph first, then me, and then they were just gone.
Do you remember where you were?
On the road from Oriflamme. We just passed Moor when... Where's my Joseph?
It's all right. Just rest now. At least we have an idea of where the thralls might be now. We should head for more.
I assume you have a plan?
We need to find out.
What kind of plan are we talking about, my dear? 알러지가 또. 그래, 그래도 꽤.
It was all they could do to escape.
약 한정에 거의 1시간 반, 2시간. 그래, 꽤 버텼네. 아파. 오, 에텔 짙어지는데. 덤벼.
Clive, look.
I see them.
다 와, 다. 이게 다야? 그걸 와야지, 그치?
Save your strength.
너 말고, 임마. 저거. Of course. 몬스터 칼로리. 오, 어쩔 건데. 요리야! 와, 안 보여. 빠라빠빠라.
Do you think there are more?
There are always more. But I'd say we've done what we can for the time being.
Then we should let Isabel know.
You have the town's thanks.
Don't thank us yet. There will be more. Many more. And you'll need to be ready for them.
Oh, we shall. Isn't that right, Captain?
Yes, milady.
새로운 캡틴인 거야? 분명히 그 아침에 잃어버렸다고 했었는데
Remain at their posts for now.
죽었다고.
Hearing that the Dane would look kindly on any man who committed himself to the task certainly didn't hurt. It's not the most selfless of motives, I'll admit. But whatever it takes, eh? Now me, I never needed convincing. I became a soldier to protect the people I love. And the people I love include the ones standing before me.
Handsome and chivalrous.
Now, if you don't mind, I have sentries to post. Milady.
Lest you wonder, I'm not foolish enough to believe that this has solved all of my problems.
아, 왜
It has solved
피 나왔고?
and that's one fewer than I had this morning. Thank you again, Clive.
아, 저쪽에 달라붙어.
Our friends seem to have things under control.
어쩔 수 없는 일이란 것을 이해하고 있지만 알러지 때문에 긁어서 피랑 그런 것들이 몸에 달라붙을 때 기분 더럽게 나고. 아, 아파. 씨. 그 떠더덕하고 떼질 때 그 느낌도 별로 좋지 않고 내 취향이 아니고. 아파. 그만 긁어. 여기 뒤에 두 개 뭐가 나올지 모르겠지만 어이씨 누구나 쪼들 아픈데
Now at least. Let's go and put on.
Yep.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon. Your benefactors are a generous lot. Best of luck out there, Sid.
Cole told us everything that happened.
We sent Cursebreakers to Martha's Rest, Dalamil, and Northreach. Hopefully they...
Was wondering when you turn up. Hellos from all our friends thanking you for your timely intervention. How is it you always manage to arrive at just the right moment?
Luck, I suppose. Any word on the rest of the realm?
Let's see. Storm's still crying out for mother crystals. The nations are still in chaos. And the skies are still the colour of a kick in the kidneys 2 days on. So...
Right.
Clive, we knew this was going to happen. Well, not the bleeding skies part, but you take my point. Now's not the time to second-guess yourself. Now's the time to visit the infirmary. Tyler says your brother's awake.
Thank you, Otto.
자, 대화해봅시다.
So it was not Sylvester, but Olivier who served as Ultima's puppet. When Dion learned of this, he sought to slay the fiend. Only for his father to take the spear that would have freed him. Enough to drive a man to madness.
Small wonder he hasn't stirred. I would be afraid to wake.
Had I but reached out to him sooner, warned him of the threat Ultima posed. But now, both an empire and her prince lie broken.
Joshua, what do you know of Ultima?
Very little, I'm afraid. Despite my best efforts. 18 years ago, as I lay buried beneath the rubble of Phoenix Gate, 'twas not death who came for me, but another. And it was while in my rescuer's care I first heard of Ultima. I've been chasing his shadow ever since. Ultima is driven by some deep, dark purpose, and for whatever reason, it would seem you are crucial to his designs. He will stop at nothing to have you, even if that means toppling an empire.
But why me? What possible?
사실 약좀 바르고 있습니다. 너무 간지러워서.
That is one of many answers that have eluded me. Yet, I am certain of this. It is not mere chance. You were chosen for a reason. All dominants carry within them the might of an icon. Nigh limitless power that is at once acutely limited. I wield fire, and only fire.
And I only ice. 8 wardens for 8 elements. But you, Clive.
You are different. You're special. Your abilities begin with the flames of Ifrit. But they do not end there. The fact Ifrit can even exist goes against everything we thought we knew of dominance. Perhaps Ultima has been waiting for one such as you, whose potential is truly limitless.
I've encountered that thing several times now. If it or he, as you say, needs me, why hasn't he claimed me as he did the boy?
Were I to hazard a guess, I'd say the two of you are somehow incompatible. His mind not properly attuned to your body.
His mind?
Mind, awareness, spirit, call it what you wish. But I believe Ultima to be an embodiment of the concept. This is why I struggle and fail to contain him here inside me.
I'm sorry. Inside you?
With every setting sun, I feel my strength wane. And though the Phoenix's flames mend the prison I have made for Ultima, they do so at a cost. We must find a means to bring an end to him before I meet my own.
What were you thinking?
It was that or let him take Clive. And I've always had a soft spot for my brother.
But that doesn't mean you should sacrifice yourself to save me.
Joshua. Clive, it's Gav. There's an army of Akashic at the gates of Canver.
Well, what's the short of it?
It's all Tyre told you. The capital of the Free Cities is under siege by an army of monstrosities. The city guard are doing their best to stem the tide, but numbers ain't on their side.
What of Lord Byron and Mid? Were they able to escape?
No, but they're all right for now. They're hiding with Gav at midship.
We have to get them out of there.
And we shall. Otto, prepare a Stolas. Tell Gav to stay exactly where he is.
Understood.
Vivian, what's the swiftest route to the Free Cities?
That sounds like a question for the map. Look here. This road, through Tabor, should provide the least trouble.
Good.
What a coincidence. Tabor is exactly where I'm bound.
Joshua, bed is where you should be bound.
You don't think I told him the exact same thing?
Were Tyre not such a talented healer, I would surely have been inclined to agree. But thanks to her ministrations, I feel I may safely rejoin my attendant, who was to wait for me in Tabor if we became separated.
All right, we travel together.
Clive.
If he stays close to me, he'll be fine.
Thank you, brother.
I'll look after him.
돌아왔습니다. 자, 그러면은 리뷰해 주실 거 오래 가길 바라면서 우와 아파 씨 약을 받아 긁어버렸기 때문에 지금 타보르 남쪽에서 달메키아 공화국역 타보르 남쪽에서 방북지로 향하는 도중. 타보르 남쪽 방북지, 타보르 남쪽 방북지. 아, 화부 약 들어가니까 겁나게. 오우 쉣. 아, 와우.
Is a storm coming, Sid? Will there be thunder?
Sid, perhaps you can help me solve a mystery.
Okay.
Certainly try. Who's gone missing this time?
It's not who, but what. Mid's scales, the ones she made for her workshop. I borrowed them to teach the little ones about weight, and shortly after the lesson, well, they vanished. My first thought was that they'd taken them off somewhere to play, but when I asked, they swore they had nothing to do with their having disappeared. Which almost certainly means they had everything to do with it.
그래요.
Perhaps a visit from Sid will jog their memories.
I think it just might. Thank you. I don't like to imagine that my pupils would lie to me. But if they have, I'll have no choice but to discipline them accordingly. They were in the atrium when I last saw them. As always.
그래요.
Seems the hideaway has lost its appetite.
Here, you put me in this situation, Clive. You can bloody well get me out of it. I need a hand with a recipe.
What 그랬지?
Are you sure it's me you're looking for? I'm not much of a cook.
I'm all the cook will be needing, thank you very much. What I want from you is a little of your time, right? Oh, and perhaps your sword. You remember Ivan's stew,
소재 뭐라고?
Well, despite the look of the thing, and that awful stench, people wolf it down. So I thought I'd try making one of these supposed masterpieces myself. Had a peek at the book and gave it a go, but, well...
It wasn't as straightforward as you'd hoped. Ivan had the same problem.
Yeah, but this is my blooming kitchen, and I will not be outdone. So if you don't want to be seen as playing favourites, I suggest you lend me a hand.
I've never been one to play favourites, Molly. And I would be only too happy to lend you a hand. So, what's on the menu this time?
A fried mortress of skyworm. That's one heck of a name, innit? Recipe seemed easy enough to an old hand like myself. Thought I'd followed it to a T. Only, turns out skyworm livers and drake's mint are not what I thought they were. At least I hope they're not, given the rancid mess they made.
Ivan said the recipes in the culinary pilgrimage date back centuries. Who's to say the ingredients even exist anymore?
Wow, that's a question for a scholar, wouldn't you say? Perhaps you know of one? Kindly old fella who haunts the shelves, maybe?
Fine. I'll go and speak to Harpocrates. Perhaps he'll know something. And if he does, I'll see if I can find your ingredients for you.
You do that. Lest we forget, you've got a reputation to uphold.
Is a storm coming, Sid? Will there be thunder?
Lawsman Harpocrates, I've come to pick your brain if you don't mind. It's about the book you lent Ivan.
Ah, Valisthea, a culinary pilgrimage, a classic. One of my favorites, in fact. The young man did a wonderful job with the Chance's stew. I do hope we shall be able to sample more such marvels in due course.
That's actually why I'm here. I don't suppose you know where I might find skyworm livers and drake's mint.
Ah, so the fabled Sandbricois delicacy is next on the menu. Delightful. The descriptions of fried mortress never failed to make my mouth water. Now, skyworm is a somewhat antiquated name for the wyvern, their ground livers being the paste from which the mortress is made.
Dragon livers. How very Sandbricois.
One would have thought the disciples of Bahamut would have a touch more reverence for their icon's brethren, but apparently not. I believe the specific dragon the recipe demands is the blueback wyvern, said to be the very color of the sea beside which it resides.
So we know where to look for our liver. But what about the drake's mint?
Saint's bonnet in contemporary parlance, a herb which grows along the North Reach coast. I gather that one can locate the cheerful yellow flowers by their heady scent alone, so I'm sure you'll have no trouble finding them. I may add that people once believed game was best served with the flora that sustained it in life, in which regard fried mortress of skyworm is undoubtedly a typical dish of the time.
Meaning that if I find one, I find the other. To Northreach, then.
Best of luck, Clive. And do save me a bite once the dish is complete.
Okay. Not a bad deal. Wow.
Seems the hideaway's lost its appetite.
Did you see the pair that got hauled into tires?
편지 좀 읽어본 다음에 저기 또 멀리 있는 거니까 뭔데?
Rutherford. Wasn't that the name of my uncle's manservant? Why would he be at Martha's Rest?
What am I gonna do? But no.
Is everything all right, Goots? You seem more discomposed than usual.
Oh, I don't know what that means, but I'm in a bit of a muddle. Oh, I think Nan might be in trouble, and she's.
It's all right. You can tell me.
There was a trader came by, one of our usuals, like, said he'd heard some rotten rumours about her down Dallimil Way.
뭔데?
She's been selling to bandits and cutthroats and that. And she's fond of a chance to make a coin or two, aye, but she'd never do business with baddies, especially not the kind who go hurting people who haven't done out. I wanted to ask her about it myself, but I'm scared she'll give us a tongue lashing. She'd never give your tongue a lashing, though, would she?
Okay, I will ask.
Don't worry. I'll speak to her.
Oh, thanks, Clive. You'll let me know what she says, won't you?
Of course. I'm sure it's all just a misunderstanding.
I heard the Emperor was impaled on his own son's spear.
We're all gonna die! You hear me? The Akashic are coming and they won't.
What do you reckon we should do? I say we should.
Sid!
Hard at your studies, I see. What is that? It's not a set of scales, is it?
No.
부숴먹었어?
Of course it isn't.
Well, not anymore.
그럴 수도 있지.
Oh,
And just how long hasn't it been one?
we're sorry.
But we didn't break them. We dismembered them.
Just like Miss Mididol showed us.
Miss Mididol? And why would she have you dismembering her creations?
Because that's the only way to become a ninja-near.
Miss Mididol said, the best way to see how something works is to take it apart and put it back together again.
Well, then your work is already half done. Carry on.
About that.
The taking apart was easy enough, but it's the putting back we can't work out.
Speak for yourself. The heavy thing goes at the bottom. Then.
You three need to learn to take responsibility for your actions. So let's have a look at these parts with fresh eyes, shall we? All right. Everything here was once part of Miss Mididol's scales. Every piece has its own role to play, and each is just as important as the others. If even one of them is missing, the scales won't work. So let's think about what those roles might be. You already know one of the pieces. The body. Its role is to support everything else. But what of the others? This is called the arm. Why do you suppose that is? It doesn't look much like an arm.
You're right. It looks more like a wing. Like a chocobo wing!
You've ridden a chocobo before, haven't you, Sid? Will you teach me to ride one day?
I'll think about it. Now, what do arms do?
Hold things. So wait, maybe this arm holds things too?
Good thinking. You're on the right track. These round parts are called the pans. You all know what a pan is, don't you?
I do. Molly uses them in the kitchens to fry bangers. But these aren't for frying bangers, you idiot. They're for weighing stuff. But what if I wanted to weigh goods? I don't think you'd fit on that little thing.
Probably not.
What are the chains for? Holding the pans up?
Well spotted. Which means something must hold the chains up in turn. This tiny piece is what's called a cogwheel, or gear. Have you ever seen one before?
I have. Miss Middledale's dungeon is full of them. Most are on the floor.
She puts them in all her inventions. They spin round and round and round and round and...
That's right. They're very useful when you want to make things move. Do you remember if there was anything on the scales that moved?
I remember the arm moved when I tried weighing an apple. And then somebody ate it.
It's not my fault. You shouldn't have tried weighing it before lunch.
You know what part's supposed to move and how it's supposed to move. So, let's put the pieces together first, see what doesn't move, and then stick the cogwheel to that.
Not a bad idea. You see? It's not so difficult. So, now that we've taken stock of the parts and learned what they do, what do you think?
I think we've got it.
Then here's what we'll do. You tell me what goes where, and I'll put the scales together.
Well, obviously you need to start with the body. All the other pieces fit onto it, don't they?
And the arms go on the body, just like real arms. Or wings, if you're a chocobo. And then the arms
날개가 팔이야.
by the chains.
여기에 진화 계통이 다르다면 모르겠지만 적어도 내가 알고 있는 조류 그거 앞다리, 팔, 날개.
Yes! We did it!
Well, with Sid's help.
Oh, I just put the pieces together. It was you three engineers who showed me how.
That's right. We're Miss Middledale's hairs.
Her hairs?
Yeah, hairs for the future. She's showing us her secrets now, so we can help out the hideaway when we're older.
What do you think, Sid? Are we almost ready?
With a little more help from Miss Middledale and Miss Shirley, I'd say it won't be long at all.
You hear that? It won't be long.
Until then, though, do try to be honest with Miss Shirley.
Hey, look! We never used the cogwheel.
You don't think Sid forgot about it, do you?
옆으로 움직이게 만드는 부품 아니야 이거? 아 간지러. 아. 뭐야? 안녕하세요. 누가 오셨네요? 이 게임은 파이널 판타지 16입니다. 죄송해요. 제가 지금 봤습니다. 알러지 때문에 정신이 없었어가지고. 여기다 적어 놓을게요. 네.
Is a storm coming, Sid? Will there be thunder?
Well, did you solve the mystery?
It was as you thought. The children had the scales, or the parts of them at least. They dismantled them to see how they worked.
Oh, no, Mid will have my head.
Thankfully she won't. This might even have been her idea, although I was the one who ended up teaching the lesson.
I'm so sorry, Sid. I know how busy you are. I shall see that the children are properly punished.
Nah.
There's no need. Mid seems to have taken the three of them under her wing. She's even calling them her heirs. She'd have them follow in her footsteps. And her father's.
I see. Sid, do you know why Mid has been spending so much time at the hideaway of late?
She told me it was because her studies have been interrupted by events in Canva. Is that not true?
No, it isn't. The university offered her a commission. In exchange for full tuition, room and board, they asked her to oversee the design of several new war engines.
Oh,
To
war
anyone else, it
engines,
would
huh?
be an opportunity, but to Mid, who lost both her parents to war, it was a bitter pill. One she was none too keen to swallow. But that should come as no surprise. She's only ever cared about bringing people hope. The very last thing war can be said to do.
Which explains her heirs. She's working to give them a better life. And so should I. What's the odd engineering lesson?
Ah, you've given them far more than that. And I'm sure they're very grateful.
What? 그러고 나면은 이제 다음 임무를 하러 가볼까요? 뭐야? 아직 여기 살 수 있는 게 있어? 그러면은
Seems the hideaway's lost its appetite.
Lady Karen. How's business?
Not nearly as foul as the weather.
You're doing good trade then? Both in and out of the hideaway?
Can't complain. Wait, what exactly are you getting at? Not once in 5 long years do you pay my affairs half a care, but here you are today raking me over the coals like a bloody popoto?
Just asking. Out of interest. All right. I'm here because I was told that certain rumors have been circulating. About you selling weapons to brigands.
Oh, are you? And who was it who knows me so well as to tell tales of my evil exploits?
I didn't exactly hear firsthand. All I know is that someone in Dalamil has been spreading word to that effect.
And what? You believe it? You think I'm profiting off the blood of innocents, do you? Look, I've done things I'm not proud of. Might be there were a time when I turned a blind eye to the wretchedness of the world so I could line my pocket. But that woman is no more. And you'd know that if you'd ever paid the slightest bit of notice.
You're right, Lady Karen. I apologize. It was wrong of me to doubt you.
Aye, it was. Now, I reckon you've got better things to do than pointing your do-gooding finger at a poor old woman.
Of course. Good day.
근거 없이 바로 그렇게 가서 물어보는 건 그렇게까지 내 취향은 아니지.
I spoke with Lady Karen.
What did she say?
That the rumors were unfounded, and that I was a fool for thinking they might hold any truth. Along with some other things that made her feelings clear. And while it sounds like she may have done things she regretted in her past, she says those days are behind her.
Oh, well, that's good. I knew Nan wasn't caught up in out bad. But why would people say she was? What did she ever do to them? It's not right.
No.
과거란 참으로
But people do
복잡한
things for all
것이지.
sorts of reasons. Perhaps we'll never know.
Well, I'm going to find out. That trader, he said they were all talking about her in Dalimil. So that's where I'm going. I'll find someone who'll tell me, you'll see.
Are you sure that's wise? Whoever's spreading these rumors means Karen ill.
Oh, right. But that's why you'll be coming with me, isn't it, Clive?
I suppose it is.
자, 그러면 달라미 영화까지 가면 되고요. 이제
It's like a dream. The four of us out walking like we used to.
Enjoying this, are you? Gav and the others could be in danger as we speak.
You're right. I'm sorry. Yote is a fine scout. If Canva was attacked, she will already have begun gathering.
뭐야, 쟤네들은? 아, 그냥 다른 애들이에요?
Isn't far. We should pick up the pace.
따빠 한 다음에 찍어주고요. 한 방 더 찍고요. 그어주고요. 뭐야, 어딘데? 아하. 자, 나와주시겠어요?
We can use the ruins to...
아, 여기구나. 그 위쪽 내가 못 가봤던데. 그럼 여기 먼저 가봐야지.
Assuming they will allow it, the echoes have a will of their own.
여기 위에 아이템 같은 fuar이라. 와우, 좋아요. 안돼, 멀어. 아, 잘 피했는데 너. 어떡할래? 너무 단순하지 않니? 보리 블라우. 와우. 아이고야, 두 번 연속 완벽 방어하기 실패했는데 공격하지 말고 기다려야 되는구나. 뭐야 이건? 숙여주시고요. 뭐야, 막을 줄 알았는데 아니었나 봐. 네, 이 쿠알 처리했고요. 저건 뭐야? 아, 저기서 여기 보면 있다고? 알겠습니다. 아이고야, 피한 줄 알았는데 못 피했네. 뭐야? 이거라는 거잖아. 이거 오케이. 사막화라고 하니까 꽃 화자인지 변화 화자인지 그건 잘 모르겠지만 뭐 꽃 화자지만 말이죠. 뭐 아직 안 죽었어? 네. 처리했고요. 이제 그 다음 넘어가 보죠. 너무 귀찮아. 그러면은 그냥 써야지. 오리야! 뭐? 됐나요? 뭐야, 하나가 아니야? 더 있어? 어디? 야, 저 아래에서. 어우, 이건 너무하지 않아? 뭐 어쩔 수 없나? 지금 저 아래에서 지금 나한테 내려갈 수도 없으면서? 아, 이거? 닿기는 해? 못 내려가고 있는데 지금 이거? 저게 뭐야? 이 뭐? 그거 너무하네. 뭐 황당했어요. 당혹스럽지 않고 나쁘진 않네. Here you go, Turtle, my doggy. Beautiful boy.
Tell us about Yote, Joshua.
She's strong-willed, loyal, and deadly with a blade. Much like Clive, but with better manners.
Lord, man. 초코보라. 그렇구나. Side quest, another one.
I do. Where are you off to now then? Bound for the Free Cities, perhaps? Oh, no need to say if you'd rather not. We all have our reasons. Ain't exactly feeling like sharing with strangers myself at the mo. Truth be told, I could do with a bit of inspiration. Don't know which way to turn no more. Was doing a roaring trade back in Oriflam. Right up until the poor Drake lost her noggin. So,
5년이나 됐어?
thought I'd try me luck in the desert. Then Fang went the same way. And don't get me started on the mess in the bloomin' Dominion. Suppose I could try Camber next. But knowing my luck, the old place be crawling with the works before I'd even sat out me stall. But as I always say, where there's crisis, there's opportunity. The opportunity to mint Gil, that is. So, where to next? Is there any money to be made in Ash? Do orcs even carry Gil?
Good luck with you. May the luck be with you, my dear gentlemen. What do you want?
You're injured. What happened here? Where are your comrades?
Ether flood up ahead. It swallowed our camp while we slept. My own men did this.
Huh.
Turned every last one of them. There's a village not far from here. Tabor. The people were kind to us. It's only a matter of time before they won't stand a chance. We can't let those monsters reach the...
I'll go. You catch your breath.
Thank you. encampment is up ahead. Just off the track. They must not reach Tabor. Forgive me, Lord Kupka.
Rest well, soldier.
Rest in peace, good soldier.
Let's hope the Akashic is still there.
어딘데 그거? 저기야? 좌측 알겠습니다.
Another ether flood. They're everywhere now.
We can't go
Yep.
Then we'll just have to be careful.
Got here in time.
튼튼하네. 역시 처음에 기세를 무너뜨리는 게 내 취향이에요. 빠빠빠빠빠라빰빠라. 아우.
Someone there! Please, I can't move my leg.
That doesn't sound like an Akashic.
여기에서 살아남았단 말이야? 엄청난데? 어떻게? 여기에서 살아남았다고? 동료들이 다 변해버렸는데? 은신을 잘했거나 운이 좋거나 강하거나 뭘까? 그랬구나.
You're with the battalion?
I am. I heard the fighting. Are the others?
Taken care of. One of your brothers in arms told me what happened and asked for help.
Another survivor? Where is he? Tell me.
His wounds were too deep.
He was right to send you. Those things you slew are no longer my brothers. Tabor is safe thanks to you. Here, you've earned it.
Rest in peace, good soldier.
You seem familiar. Have we met?
You must have me confused with someone else.
Wait. That scar.
알아봤네.
Son of a whore. You're Sid. I was there in Cosnis when you killed my brothers. I was there in Rosalith when you killed my commander.
My war with Hugo Kupka is over. I bear no ill will toward those who followed him.
And what of my ill will? Coward! Draw your steel. Lord Kupka shall be avenged!
자, 이걸 어찌해야 할까? Look, you're not in full condition, right? You need to eat something, get a good rest, then challenge me again. Let me challenge the Cid again. If I were the Cid in that situation, And if I'm able to choose my own words, that is what I would say. 근데 지금 도발을 무시하면은 얼굴을 알아보니까 저기에 가서 정보를 퍼뜨릴 가능성이 있어요. 그렇다고 해서 부상자를 상대로 싸우는 것도 참으로 불명예스럽단 말이죠. 근데 자기 스스로 싸우겠다고 했어요. 안 싸우면은 전사의 의지를 무시하는 건가? 아, 어렵다. 무시할래.
When your wounds have healed and your head has cooled, come and find me if you must. Though I hazard your life would be better spent in service of those who need it. Or have you forgotten your oath to the Republic?
My oath? What do you know of oaths?
I know how hard they are to keep. Which is why I'm giving you the chance to keep yours.
No. I won't be deceived. Lord Kupka told us of your crimes. You are an outlaw. A murderer, not some
Man. Like you or anyone else.
I am nothing like you. But if you're not gonna kill me, then go. Leave! Just know that I will find you, Sid. Someday.
Okay. They get in a line. A line? Some lines? Pick a number. Huh? Waiting list is humongous, which is very longer than you can think of, because the Cid is the most hated enemy personnel in this game. So yeah.
There you go.
We're nearly there.
Have you been to Tabor before?
There are a few places I haven't.
Welcome, travelers. We don't get many visitors here in Tabor.
Okay.
Where now, Joshua?
There is a residence just inside the city gates. She awaits us within.
들어가야 돼요? 그래요. 아. 깜짝일 가능성 있어.
My Lord Marquis, it is an honor. I am Yote, Knight of the Undying, charged with the protection of His Grace Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix.
Of course. It all makes sense now.
Would you care to elaborate?
The Undying are loyal servants to the ducal throne. Or more specifically, to its heir. They have served our family for generations, albeit from the shadows.
Since their inception, they have been tasked with the preservation and enactment of the rites of ancestral communion. After the events at Phoenix Gate, it was the Undying who delivered me to safety. And since the day I left Rosaria, Yote has been my constant companion and protector. Without her sword, I would not have survived my journey across the realm.
Rise, Lady Yode. You saved my brother. I owe you a debt I can never repay.
I but did my duty.
Come now. Tell us what you've discovered.
Your Grace. It is as you feared. The vessel we spied off the coast of the Crystalline Dominion on the night of her fall. It was the Einherjar. Beyond any doubt.
The Black Galleon.
Joshua, the Einherjar is the Royalist flagship. What business would they have in the Dominion?
아, 이것도 배 이름이에요? 난 또 말일 줄 알았잖아.
Recent events at Drake's Fang, I sensed the malign influence of Ultima, and bid Yotei and the Undying look into the matter.
We have reason to believe that the Black Galleon weighed anchor shortly after the fighting began, and set a course due south.
For Canva. Then it is Waluda Knights who besiege the cities.
What is left of them? Yes. And the Black Galleon sails at but one man's behest. Barnabas Tharm.
But are we truly safe here in the Agora?
The city guard have been paid, if that's what you're implying.
No, wait.
More reason for them to run.
Well, you are.
아니야.
Lord Minister.
엔헤라르였나? 그거 헤야르였나? 그거 엔헤르야르였던가?
Warehouses aflame, blackened.
그 전사 사람 아니었나?
From the capital, Canva is ruined.
The realm teeters on the brink of chaos, and all you can think about is commerce.
Forgive us. We were not aware Dhalmekia now subsisted on charity.
아, 맞아. 발키리가 데려가는 그 바랄라에 들어간.
Distinguished members of the council, you must forgive His Majesty this intrusion.
What is the meaning of this?
A trifle crowded, but I fear it will have to serve, my liege.
Very well.
My colleagues, do you not see? The king, he has come to save us from the Akashic. He is a gift from the heavens, divine intervention, our very salvation.
And of course, if it is compensation he requires, we would be most willing to negotiate a fair price for services rendered.
Fools. Your ignorance unbecomes you.
Your Majesty, correct me if I'm wrong, but I would swear that the fiends washing the cobbles of Canva with the blood of her citizens wear the colors of Walud. Ha! So you do not deny it. Guards, fetter them and see our guests to the dungeons.
뭘로 잡을 건데?
Enough.
그러니까 뭘로 잡을 거냐고.
Pathetic creatures. That you should imagine yourselves worthy of salvation. The girl is still here, somewhere in the city, her consciousness fair dripping with her late father's hubris. A consciousness to which Mythos is inextricably bound and inexorably drawn. See that he is made welcome.
그래요.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Come,
with us. Surely the prince's light cannot have sated you.
So then, how long has Waloed been under Ultima's control?
How long indeed? Based on what we know of Barnabas's actions, I would guess some few years, mayhap more.
But to what end? What does Ultima want?
The tapestry. Show them.
By the flames.
Phoenix Gate, Drake's Breath, and now here. But what is it?
It is old, ancient, even. Naught remains of the faith it represents, save what can be gleaned from the image itself. None could tell me what the one in the apothecary meant, even the Undying. But I believe it may be the key to discerning Ultima's purpose. That figure in the center, the one beneath whom the icons congregate, that I believe to be Ultima. He is a god, or at least godlike, his very existence beyond our ken. The icons, and by extension their dominance, are meant to be his subjects, and while some, like Barnabas, have accepted this role, others have rejected it, like you, Clive, which is rather inconvenient, as it appears he needs you most of all. And gods don't like to be disobeyed.
No, I don't suppose they do.
Clive, may I tell Yote of the lake?
By all means.
Yote, I will be accompanying my brother to the Free Cities. Whilst we are afield, I would have you watch over those Clive has made his wards. Omielos delan tuisag ilith. Though well concealed, the hideaway lacks trained fighters to defend its occupants should they be discovered.
But it is my duty to...
As it has ever been my brother's duty, remember.
아니 여러 명 있을수록 좋은 거 아니야? 중과부적이잖아.
If that is your wish.
Power in numbers, my dear.
But please be safe. If aught were to befall you,
You have my word.
Farewell, my lord, my lady.
We are in your debt, Yote.
Let's find our friends.
Okay.
It's plain she cares for you very deeply.
And I her, which is why I had to let her go.
Who among you is bold? Is that blade for hire, perchance? Because I have a mind to make a killing.
Figuratively, I hope.
Well, yes and no. A passing caravan carried with it a rumor most fortuitous for one in my trade, that an elder dread Evis had been sighted in the fields of Korava. Dread Evis are aggressive beasts. Compelled as they are to acts of violence, few survive to maturity. But those that do develop a hide of phenomenal value.
승진이 들어와서 성취까지 얼마 못 살아남지만 제대로 성장하면 가죽이 좋다고.
I would have it tanned first that it might be crafted into marvels the likes of which the world has never seen. Dread Evis skin is a rare thing indeed. But the worked hide of a well-aged beast, now that would fetch such coin that Gilbert himself might weep with envy. Bring me that beast's skin and I will share with you the bounty of our combined labors.
반이나 주겠다고요? 진짜요?
Hunt your Evis. Of course you will. When one lives in such troubled times, it is a fool who lets opportunity slip his grasp. Leave Tabor through the east gate, but take the path that branches west. Once you reach the checkpoint at Tovany, you are a mere stone's throw from the fields of Carava. I eagerly await your safe, and above all, triumphant return.
Welcome, welcome. Come
돈
again.
없어? 음악 사느라 다 써버렸어. 왜 여기도 길이 막혀있니? 일단 이걸 받고 나서 뭐야, 여기 사이드 퀘스트 있다고 해서 왔는데 부가 목표가.
Cyril, how fares the search?
Well, Your Grace, my report shall be with you ere long.
Ah, yes. Yotei is otherwise engaged, at my behest.
And the duty of wardenship?
Fulfilled. For as you see, I've been reunited with my first shield.
I am Cyril, Knight of the Undying and bearer of the Burning Quill, charged with chronicling the mortal deeds of His Grace, Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix, and rightful Archduke of Rosaria.
I entrusted Cyril here with overseeing the investigation into Ultima's origins. Findings from his brothers and sisters afield are delivered here to be collated and catalogued.
Just how many Undying are there?
Not nearly enough, milady. Yet we are glad to give our all in service to the Phoenix. Such is, and has ever been, our creed.
I see.
You have your associates, I have mine. But
그건 맞는
we
말이에요.
now think of them as ours. That won't be a problem, will it?
The Phoenix is our sun, and we but the shadows that quicken in his radiance. It is from the darkness that we serve, both him and now you.
어둠 속에서 섬긴다는. 그래요.
I accept this token. For
진짜 저렇게
members of our order will reveal themselves unto you, if there is nothing further.
No. You are dismissed.
Your Grace.
To Canva, then.
We'll talk about this later.
Side quest. 뭐야 이거 위야?
You certainly keep strange bedfellows, Joshua.
Careful how you pack that leather. Any creases or cracks.
사이드 퀘스트를 다 해결하고 가야지.
Finally. No one was paying me the slightest heed. Is something wrong? At the university, the students would hang on my every word. Sadly, this far from home, I'm just a vagrant greybeard. The university? You're a scholar.
A specialist in ancient cultures. The most accomplished in all Valisthea, some have said. Not that I look the part in these tattered rags. In my heyday, no obstacle could have kept me from my studies. Yet here I am, a wizened windbag, bested by the many steps of Tabor. The answers I seek lying just beyond my enfeebled reach. Would you do an old man a kindness and brave the stairs in my stead?
아, 대학 원생제라고요? 그래, 나쁠 거 없지. 그래요.
Climb the stairs and
memorize a few inscriptions for me, assuming you know your letters, that is.
가마솥곳에 있던데?
Some courteous soul is rumored to have carved clues to Tabor's rich history into stones dotted about the village.
뭐 로제타 속이라도 돼요?
One each to the north, south, and east.
근데 뭐 비석의 역사 세계는 거 흔하지.
Those carvings might shed light on a riddle I've been pondering for some time. Namely, the otherwise undocumented origins of Tabor's unique people. People quite unlike those of neighboring lands.
I can't promise I'll remember everything perfectly.
Remember what you can. I'll piece together the rest. Make for the domed pavilions, and you'll have no trouble finding the stones.
Mm-hmm.
How are those new boots treating you?
They're fantastic. Soft as phoenix now, but tough as boiled bone.
줄이라고?
History would be complete without mention of the mother crystals.
So it's these stones to Canva, and the rest of the boxes to
동서남북에 하나씩 있다면서.
Not a scratch on them.
Have you noticed the elder has been coughing less?
긍지를 잃지 말라고? 그래요.
Golden Plains might the wanderers have called home, I wonder.
Mummy made a pottage from it.
Sounds delicious. Perhaps you'll invite me round to try it.
이렇게 상자 열어가도 되는 거 맞지? 만물의 은총에 감사라.
Farmers must have settled here in Tabor. I should speak to the old scholar before I forget.
이 앞에 있어.
The engravings were in good repair considering their age.
Oh, what that I could have seen for myself. Come, don't tease me now. What did you learn of this place and its people? Let's start with the engraving to the south.
South? 내가 지금 방향과 기문을 외워야 된단 말이야?
Guardians of the Crystal, the first stones of Tabor, sacred hold thy noble blood, till ends the mother's labor. I'm pretty sure that was it.
Fascinating. It would seem the founders of this city were descendants of those fallen charged with protecting the mother crystals. But whatever could have driven the Guardians so far from their sacred charges, I wonder? The engraving to the north is next, I think.
와, 씨. 만물의 감사 그거? 북쪽에서 왔다 그랬으니까 서른 아닐까?
Riders of the snowy slopes.
No.
Yeah, that can't be right, surely.
In your own time.
야, 이 씨. 아, 내가 다시 고를 수 있구나.
Wanderers of the Golden Plains.
아, 그 긍지 뭐야 잠시만. 저게 북쪽이라고? 남쪽에서 조금 갔으면 저거 동쪽 아니야? 동쪽이나 서쪽일 텐데 저게 지금 저게 북이었어?
I think that was it. At least.
No doubt you're right. There are vestiges of nomadic customs in Tabor its guardian roots could never account for. This is proving most enlightening. Now, for the final stone.
Children of the hunters, now tillers of the land, reap her promised blessing and give praise her gracious hand. That's all three.
And so, we add primitive farmers to Tabor's founding peoples, the final piece of the puzzle. 3 engravings, one for each of the 3 peoples to have settled Tabor in ancient times. Guardians of the Mother Crystal, wanderers from across the plains, and last but certainly not least, hunters turned farmers. Little wonder it was so difficult to trace the roots of Tabor's culture. Those roots reach down through 3 distinct traditions. Nonetheless, one cannot help but wonder why this fact is not better known among scholars, given that the stones stand here for all to see.
Too many stairs, perhaps.
Ha! Too many by far. Here, and thank you.
비서 몇 개 읽고 외운 것 뿐인데 저거 그렇게 하기 낫지 않았을까? 뭐 어쨌든 찌간에 하나 틀렸기도 했고 말이야. 뭐 보상 주시다니 감사합니다. 그러고 나서 이게 메인 퀘스트고 일단 사이드를 다 해치워야지. Storm Panther. 와우, 막았다고 생각했는데 공격이 빗나가서 반격을 못했다고? 그래한 거 좋은데 상대방 공격 패턴이 안 보여. 자, 어떡할래? 와, 뭐야? 와, 저딴 식으로 온단 말이야, 모션이? 막힐 걸 생각했는데 그렇지 않았네. 와, 피니스 화려한데. 예.
alone.
Old he may be, but it looks like there's still plenty of fight in him yet. Here's your hide, as requested.
I worried you might never return. Quickly, let me see it. Oh, as supple as a maiden's cheek, yet as adamant as her virtue. This is everything I had hoped for, and more. Clearly, my trust in you was not misplaced. You must be a hunter of considerable talent to have bested the beast with nary a scratch. Join me as my honored partner. With my means and your might, we shall be as wealthy as the merchant kings of Zemeckis.
I don't plan on making a habit of this. I'm busy enough as it is.
Very well. Though I believe fate had a hand in our meeting, it would be unbecoming of me to beg. Do not allow me to keep you from being about your business. Here, for the hide.
If all of us continue to work together in defending Delano...
The bandits may be nobles. Look what they've left us.
Have a hard time putting... It shouldn't be too hard to find goods.
Are the bad men going to come back?
The gentlemen of the town guard are a strapping bunch.
Perhaps.
The finest cell soldiers...
Could be I know something more.
Clive, listen! I found someone who says he's heard the rumours about Nan.
Have you?
Go on. Tell him what you told me.
All right. It's like I said. A wizened old crone by the name of Karen's been selling steel to whoever'll pay her price, be they knight or knave. Says the more swords and spears she puts in people's hands, the more war they'll wage. And the more war being waged, the more call for swords and spears. And who will they all turn to keep them in steel? Why, the good Reaper herself.
And you've seen this Reaper at work?
Aye, it just so happens I have. You'll find her right here plying her trade most days.
Here in Delamil? Where exactly?
She has a stall here in the market, but if you're not the patient type, you can probably find her at her storehouse on the edge of town. But it'd be a bolder man than me that braved that particular nest of vipers. Feeling bold, traveler? I hope so. For your sake. Now, if that's all, I have places to be.
Sorry to have kept you.
You don't think Nan's the Reaper, do you?
Not unless she's discovered the secret of how to be in two places at once.
Eh? What do you mean?
Lady Karen hasn't left the hideaway in weeks. So who has been running this stall he spoke of?
Good question. I'll go and have a look.
And I'll visit this storehouse on the edge of town.
All right, but be careful, Clive.
You too, Goots.
Ah, good to see you. And defend Dallam? I always... Meanwhile, proof if... But... if you see any bandits on the road...
saved.
You know what to do.
And with our...
You fought very bravely. The safety of the town is in our hands now.
Time to brave the Viper's Nest.
Just you, is it? Thought I might have laid it on a bit thick.
It was a fairly unconvincing tale. So, what now?
That's up to you. Die a slow death, or a quick one. Boys, he's all yours. But that sword is mine.
Leave now and we can pretend this didn't happen.
Oh, you've done it now.
Go on. Tell me what I've done.
When the Borgwyn finds out you've killed his men, he'll have your head. He only wanted that bull of a manservant, the dim one always clinging to Karen's skirts. You weren't even supposed to be here. Who the hell are you anyway?
What were you going to do to him?
The Borgwyn wanted him to get to Karen. I was only supposed to point the lamp in the right direction once he arrived in Dalamil. But then you turned up. Well, go on then. If you're going to end me, end me.
You're not worth the effort. Now be gone, before I change my mind.
Fucking coward!
I need to find Goods. Right now.
Get your filthy paws off me, you naughty painted lout!
Stop calling me names! And stop spreading them horrible lies about Nan!
Well, that will be easy enough. For they are not lies. Every last word is true. And she must pay for her crimes in blood.
Blood?
Goose, are you all right?
He's gonna kill Nan! He said she had to pay in blood!
After what she did, it is only right. She ruined my life and the lives of countless others. That loathsome harpy's very existence is a crime, and I will not allow it to continue. Goots, was it? I have no quarrel with you. Only with your employer. Run along now. You need not pay for her sins.
No.
No?
I don't care what she did. I won't let you hurt Nan. Promise me you won't hurt her, or I'll kill you myself!
Goot, no.
Enough, all of you!
But how did you?
You're a sight less clever than you think you are, the pair of you. Did you think I wouldn't notice the two of you slinking off together? Well, the whole thing got me thinking, who in Dalamil might bear me a grudge? And a certain snivelling shit I ran afoul of in my fairy years came to mind. Though it was just Bogan back then, wasn't it? I thought the years might have taught you some sense, but I see you're the same pants-pissing craven you've always been. What was it we called you? Wet legs.
You bitch! Everything that happened, it was all your fault! And now you'll finally pay for what you did to me!
Goots, you...
If you want a piece of Nan, you'll have to go through me.
Fuck!
You great galoot. Out of the way, I can handle this myself. So, wet legs, you remember what you told me when we last met? An eye for an eye. Wise words, wise words. And now, it's time to collect. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Is he...
Dead? No. But I reckon he wishes he was. It ain't easy going through life one eye short of a pair. After all, I should know.
You don't mean...
Oh, don't tell me you didn't notice. Lost it to old Wet Legs back when we were working the same routes. Said I'd stolen from his strongbox. I'd done nothing of the sort, mind. But that didn't stop him taking his little revenge. So I took some of my own. Sorry, lost everything. His coin, his clients. Always knew he'd be back one day to claim his due. But he crossed a line dragging poor Goots into this. He didn't hurt you, did he?
No, Nan. Still got all my arms, see? Legs too. But what if he comes back again?
What if he does? First we take the other eye, then we work our way down. He'll learn his lesson soon enough. But something tells me the Wet Legs has learned it already. Right. Let's get you back to the hideaway. You've attracted quite enough attention already. Ta-ra, Clive.
Remind me never to cross you, Karen.
nothing like a dish of cold vengeance to foul the gut.
I'm sorry, Nan. I didn't mean to make things worse. I just thought I had to protect you. Like you've protected me.
Aye, well, someone had to. Your parents certainly didn't give a whit for your well-being. Reckon the both of us would be worse off if I'd not taken you on. You've always been me right eye, Goots. And I'd have you stay that way. So don't you dare go looking for trouble again.
Well, I will. If you ever need help, I'll do it again and again, and you can't stop me.
Why, you big lump. Fine. Play the hero if it makes you happy.
Thanks, Nan. I won't let you down.
There's nothing he wouldn't do for you.
That's as maybe. But if he's ever to make his own way in life, he'll need to start looking out for himself as well. Till then, he'll need people to watch his back, just like you did in Dalamil. Don't think I didn't appreciate that.
Of course. His family.
Stop it. You made me one good eye, mister. I don't go thinking that'll do you any favours. A potion today'll cost you the same as it did yesterday.
Martha's got a big heart. It's a pity there's so many who are happy to take advantage of it.
Sorry, but if you're looking for a bed, there's none to be had right now. We're already sharing our cots with masterless bearers and those who fled the floods, and more seem to wash up at our door every day.
My lord Marcus, is that... It is you. Then you received my letter. I am Sebastian Rutherford, chief steward of your lord uncle's estate.
Of course. We met once before.
Yes, my lord. Thank you for coming.
And what was so sensitive that you couldn't put it in writing?
1,000 apologies, my lord. I did not mean to offend. I merely...
It's all right. Continue.
I am here at Martha's Rest, at the behest of your lord uncle, tasked with learning what I am able of the realm's current state of affairs. And what I have learned is grim. The fall of the Mother Crystals has left Storm in a state of utter disarray. The subsequent darkening of the heavens has only made things worse. Akashic attacks, once unthinkable, are now commonplace. The gears of governance have ground to a halt, and without a steady hand on the tiller, the realm threatens to drift into utter chaos. Your lord uncle, however, believes there is a way to avoid this fate, and is determined to see it set in motion.
That sounds like quite the undertaking.
It is. Hence my having enlisted the aid of several colleagues serving the 7 high houses. Alas, I have lost contact with 2 of those colleagues already. They are both able-bodied and trained in the sword, yet in these dark times, even that may not prove sufficient to keep a man safe on the road.
So you want me to find them? I'll need to know where they went.
One I sent to investigate the Republic, the other the old imperial capital of Oriflamme.
That doesn't exactly narrow it down. I suppose I'll start in Dalamil and work my way east.
Thank you, my lord. I shall pray for your success and safety.
There were ghosts at the gates not days ago.
You needn't fret. The creatures have been...
죄송합니다. 좀 마이크를 꺼놓고 너무 간지러서 좀 많이 긁었더니 또 피가 아유. 참 인내심이 부족해. 인내심이.
You heard the herald.
약을 또 도포해야겠군요.
Boggarty said I should be able to find what I'm looking for somewhere nearby. Bright blue dragons and bright yellow flowers. Should be easy enough to spot.
Oi, wyvern.
This must be our wyvern. Alright, let's get this over with. Nice try.
뭐야, 그게 전력이야? 죽여 임마. 이걸 써주면 가까이 오지요. 하나 둘 따당 하고 숙여 임마.
That's it.
정밀 회피 그렇구나. 간이라. 그러니까 지금 닭의 간 같은 거야?
Now I just need to find the herbs. Bright yellow with a heady scent.
What do you mean by heady scent? 자생군이 이렇게 있는 거야?
I think that's everything Molly needs to resurrect her recipe.
그러고 그러고 났어. 남쪽에서 막다른 길이라고 했단 말이죠.
It's not going to be easy finding one man in an entire republic. Let's hope someone here has seen something.
Mummy, are the bad men going to come back?
The gentlemen of the town guard are back.
언제든 올 수 있지, 새로운 악인들이. 근데 뭐 그때마다 다 계속 새로운 거 고용을 가는 것보다 수술시키는 게 나을 수도 있어. 난 그래도 좋다고 생각해. 분명히 누군가 또 올 거거든. 근데 지킬 수 있을 거예요. 저긴 지켜야지.
Someone's got himself in trouble.
I don't see your master here, so you can start by giving us all the coppers in your purse.
I already told you, I have nothing.
Then maybe we'll take that pretty outfit and the steel you're wearing.
Please! These men are trying to rob me!
I'll deal with this.
Thank you.
You that one's master, then? If you'd kindly pay the coin he owes us, we can pretend you didn't draw your blade on Republican soldiers.
Or you can go back to your garrison and I won't report you to your captain.
Oh, you're more than welcome to. He hasn't had many visitors since we slit his throat. You're finished.
이게 끝이야? 이게 다였어? 그래요.
I'd expect as much from Hugo's faithful, but these were men of the fist.
Much has changed in the Republican Army since they lost their rock.
You've seen this kind of thing before, then?
Many times. I was sent here to observe the situation.
You're one of Rutherford's men. He sent me to look for you.
Well, then you have my thanks. I fancy I could defend myself against one, perhaps two, but a whole
너무 많았어. 이해해.
I arrived in Dalamil several days ago, but when I called upon the captain of the local garrison to make inquiries, his men confiscated my effects and locked me in a cell.
The captain is no more, and his men make the rules now.
Fortunately, I was able to bribe my way free, only to be stopped again by those soldiers you so kindly dispatched.
What of the Fist Central Command? Surely they wouldn't allow such lawlessness amongst their ranks.
I would imagine they are unaware of it. Most of the army has fallen back to the capital and hunkered down behind her walls. Those who weren't recalled now rule the fringes unchecked, answering to no one but themselves.
Then it's worse than we imagined. You should return to Rosaria. It's not safe here.
I'll find a caravan heading north. You won't mind if I borrow one of these soldiers' coin purses?
Not at all. Now, to find this second associate of Rutherford's. If he was bound for Oriflamme, I'll start at Northreach and see if I can pick up his trail.
됐어요? 또 저기로 가야 돼? 아, 그러고 보니까 여기 남쪽에 뭐 막힌 길 마수의 영역인가? 막다른 길을 조심하라 그랬거든? 포리바 반복지로 가는 길에서 1번 여기 2번 여기 3번 여기 생각하는데 일단은 제일 수상해 보이는 데부터 가보도록 할까요? 뭐 수준의 감이라서 틀릴 수도 있지만 말이야. 여기 소금광산 같은 거 아니에요? 뭔소 이렇게 창고에 있어도 돼? 일로 와라! 시원해서 좋구만. 뭐 그런 정보도 있으면서 왜 이렇게 안 나올까 말해봤자 의미가 없지. 아이고야, 맞다. 좀 일찍 눌러야 되지 이거. 빨리 하면 안 돼 또. 이거 빨리 해야 되고. 됐어요? 이거 쓸 필요 없었는데 사실. 겨우 고분이 면발이한테 쓸 건 아니었는데. 레드캡이라고 해도 말이야. 자, total. Can you patch me up if that is possible? No? Okay. 여기가 아니라고 하면 좀 귀찮아진단 말이죠. 멀어. 그래요? 이게 아니야? 트라이거야, 여기 아닌가 봐. 여기가 아니란 말이죠. 그럼 어디로 가야 될까? 가는 길. 코라바 목지로 가는 길에 있는 막다른 길. 진짜 여긴가? 송곳니의 물방울이야? 그 가능성은 당연히 있죠. 확언할 수 없으니까 말이에요. 여기 많이 후보지였다고. 여기일 수도 있지. 일단 다른 캐스를 해보고 보다 명확하게 위치를 파악한 후에 가도록 하죠.
There's a lot of road between here and the capital. Rutherford's man could be anywhere.
여기 너무 왔다 갔다 한다니. 잠깐 들고 있지 않았어? 어딘, 뭐야. 괜찮으세요?
What happened here?
If you're with the others, they've already relieved me of my belongings.
하. 이미 뺏겼어?
Someone who was sent here by a man named Rutherford.
Then you found him. I'm Alistair Rockford, attendant to the Lady Ariane of House Wellesley.
Of the 7 high houses of Rosaria. It's been a long time since last I saw my great aunt. Is she well?
My Lord Marquis? Yes. Yes, she is. The Lady Dowager has granted me leave to assist your Uncle Stuart. I was on my way back from the old capital when I saw some villagers being robbed on the road here.
Bandits?
They looked more like field hands, but it didn't matter in the end. I did what I could to help the victims, but all it earned me was a pummel to the temple.
Which way did they go?
South, toward the gate.
All right. I'll take care of them. Founder knows I've met enough of their kind. You head back to Northreach, visit the Vale, tell them I sent you.
Thank you. I shall. Founder be your shield.
Okay.
They just couldn't resist, could they?
This one's ours, pretty boy.
Well, sorry about that. I wasn't able to. 저건 좀 빨리 해야 되고. 따따따따 따라딴따라.
Make for the town while you can. There may be more bandits nearby.
You don't need to tell me twice. Many thanks, traveler.
This looks to be all of them.
I thought I told you to make for the Vale.
And stand by as ill might befall the heir to the ducal throne.
It's just Clive, and I'm fine. Which is more than can be said for you.
I will survive.
Strange that the garrison wouldn't intervene in such a brazen attack so close to their gates.
The garrison have their hands full inside the city. Some days they don't even send out patrols. There are few hands left to work the fields, and even fewer to transport the grain. The market stalls are nearly bare, and the price for what remains is exorbitant. It's not uncommon to see a fight break out over a crust of bread. When I said the ones who attacked me didn't have the look of bandits, I meant it. They were probably just desperate.
Rockford, listen to me. If you are to continue your investigation, you first need to seek the attention of a healer.
Of course. I shall return to Northreach right away. But allow me to thank you first. Had you not happened along,
Don't thank me. Thank Rutherford. It was he who sent me.
I suppose he'll be wondering where I've got to. I shall send him a stolus as soon as I'm able. Good day.
My uncle certainly has his work cut out for him. If it isn't already too late. I should go and tell Rutherford that his colleagues are still in one piece. I see you're still here.
The Rest's location affords a constant flow of traders, and with it, a constant flow of information. Speaking of which, I received word from both my associates. They have resumed their investigations, thanks to you.
I only happened to be in the right place at the right time. They both seem to think the realm's prospects rather grim.
I am afraid that grim would be putting it lightly. Storm is in crisis, and if we are to free her, we must work quickly. And we must work together. Such is your Lord Uncle's wish.
As it is mine.
Glare breath, huh? 이거 난 어떻게 쓸지 잘 모르겠더라고. 내 취향에는 안 맞아. 그거 쓰는 너가 완전 무적이라던가 그런 게 있으면 좀 나을 텐데.
Will we ever see the sun again?
It seems the hideaway's lost its...
So, did you have that word with Tomes then?
I did, and he was as helpful as ever. He told me exactly where to look, in fact.
새 간튀김이라 좋지.
And what precisely will I be cooking up? Or is it better not to know?
blueback wyvern liver, and a herb known as Saint's Bonnet.
Ah, wyvern livers, was it? Well, at least it weren't actual worms, I suppose. Now then, you stay right where you are. I've got some cooking to do. Let's hope these grand old chefs of yore knew what they were on about. And here we have it. Fried mortress of skyworm. Ivan's offered to make sure it's fit for consumption. Well, I say offered. He as good as begged.
And rightly so. Is there any higher honour than partaking in a slice of culinary history?
So, not fit for consumption then?
What witchery is this? The crackle of the crust gives way to an almost violent richness. Yet, it is the piquant kiss of the Saint's Bonnet that tames this savage dish. It is a tour de force. A force of nature even.
먹방하면 잘하겠다.
Flavor and sensation.
아니면 그 뭐라고 해? 비평가? 평론가?
Emerging from centuries of
평론가라고 하던가?
I think he likes it.
Well, I can't quite tell with all that nonsense he's talking. But I reckon you might be right. It was decent then, I take it.
Decent? It's remarkable. And I defy any man to say a word to the contrary. Sid, might I suggest that you command a party of your finest men and women to procure a dozen blueback wyverns forthwith?
I'll give it some thought.
편지가 새로 왔다고 했고, 그리고 가서 위치 다시 한번 확인해 보고.
Did you see the pair that got hauled into tires?
그걸 내가 할 수 있으면 얼마나 좋겠니? 사람의 생사 여체까지 완벽하게 관장할 수 있으면 그게 얼마나 편하고 좋겠어. 좋으려나? 몰라, 가져본 적이 없어서 그런 힘은. 최선을 다하겠는데 잘 되려나?
The Undying's aid, I would be long dead. Grant them your trust, and they will repay you with their loyalty.
Okay.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
방목지를 향한 타보르에서 코라바 방목지. 막다른 길. 타보르 코라바 방목지. 막다른 길. 아, 여기에서 여기에서 여기로 가는 길이구나. 여기에서 여기가 아니라. 그럼 내가 잘못했네. 출마하는 길. 일단 한번 가봐서 여기 막다른 길 이을지 엄지부터 수류탄. 야, 발판. 블루 배에서 가속하는 게 느리다니. 참 신기한 세상이야. 깔창이라고 하는 게 아니야? 그러니까 해너와 보고 그러면 이걸 초기화시킨 다음에 얘를 한번 써봐야지. 아이 정말. 알았어요. 그대로 할게요. 그대로 하면 되잖아. 그대로. 그거 실험 좀 해보자. 음. 좋아요. 여긴가 보구나. 아닐 수도 있지만 여기인 것 같아요. 쟤들 아니? 엄청나게 막 나온다는 거, 많은 수가 나온다는 거, 뭐 그런 거 아닐까? 어우, 이 못을 물이라니 참 재밌어. 리더는 누군데 그럼? 오, 피통 겁나 튼튼한데. 다들 열심히 사격해요. 수나 줄여보자고. 뭐야, 저기 공격이었어? Thrill of the Hunt. 피통은 겁나 크네. 뭐야 이게? 물선 알아보기 참 쉽지 않다 나한테는. 됐어요? 빠빠빠빠빠라빠빠라.
Shouldn't have messed with the leader of the pack, eh, boy?
됐나요? 대강 마친 것 같은데 뭐 놓친 거 없나?
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon. Your benefactors are a generous lot.
이런 15가 부족하다니 말이야.
Best of luck out there, Sid.
다 잡은 거 맞죠? 자, 그러면은 저장을 하고 오늘자 파판 16은 여기까지 하도록 하겠습니다. 시청해주셔서 감사합니다. 좋은 하루 바랍니다. Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Please have a nice morning, day, afternoon, or night. See you guys later.